Hello everyone, my name is Scousmotion, you can call me Scousy if you want. Minecraft Live 2020 has just finished and update 1.17 looks amazing. It is going to be fantastic. There is so much stuff they're adding in, and this update is going to be the Caves and Cliffs update. And today I just want to show you guys some of the stuff that we're going to be seeing in this update. So stay tuned. If you've not done so already, click the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment, tell your mates, tell your nan, tell your uncle's dog's first owner's brother, tell everyone to watch this video and subscribe. Let's crack on. So as you can see from the video that's playing, the caves in all biomes are going to have a complete overhaul. They're going to be a lot more varied. Some of them will be small, some will be big, some will be windy. Some of them are even going to be flooded at different levels. So there's not just going to be one level of water. And what that's going to mean is you're going to get waterfalls and stuff like that. The more open caves, you'll even be able to fly. If you have an elytra, you'll be able to fly through the caves, which it's going to make traveling through these caves a lot more fun. You can even get in your boat, row around a little bit, go down the waterfall on your boat. It's going to be crazy fun. So now we've seen what they're doing with caves in normal biomes. Let's go and have a look at one of the new cave biomes, and you'll find this by looking for one of the new trees, which is an azalea tree. And if you dig down the roots of the azalea tree, it's going to put you down into one of the new Lush Caves, which you can see in the video here. And you'll notice the walls and the floor are covered in new moss blocks, and they also come in like almost like a carpet, a really thin layer. And you'll see hanging from the ceilings, you've got vines, and some of them vines have got glowberries, which are a light emitting berry, but you can also eat them. Tasty. You've also got spore blossoms growing from the ceiling there, and they have particle effects dripping down, and you can take them anywhere you want. If you want the particle effects in your house, take one back to your house and you can get it there. The other plant you're also going to find in these Lush Caves is the drip leaf. Now you'll see in the video here what they're all about. They are like a platform, and you can stand on them and hop on them, but if you stay still for too long, they're going to droop, and if they droop too much, you're going to fall. So don't stay on them for too long, and I think these look really cool. The Lush Caves are also going to be home to a brand new mob in the game. And as you can see in the little clip here, this mob is the axolotl, which is like a fish, newt, salamandery looking thing. I don't know what you class it as, but they look absolutely adorable. And as you can see, they live in the water, they swim around. You can collect them in buckets, and from the clip that we've been shown, you can kind of take an army of these with you, and they will help you by fighting for you. Weird, they look too cute for that, don't they? But in the clip we can see that they're actually fighting the Elder Guardian for us. And one quite cool thing with these axolotls, when they take some damage, they will play dead and then regen some of their health before rejoining the battle. How cool is that? I love how bright and organic these caves look with all the plants and the moss especially, so I can't wait to actually get in there and see it for myself. The next cave biome we were introduced to was the Dripstone Caves, and these have stalactites coming down from the ceiling which will drip water, and if you place a cauldron underneath it will collect that water for you. And we've got stalagmites that come up from the floor, and they will damage anything that falls on them. So players will need to be careful, and also that could be a useful mechanic in mob farms and stuff like that. The last cave biome that we were given a little bit of a peek at, we didn't get too much information about this one, but this is called the Deep Dark, and we're told that this is going to appear at the very bottom of the world. And from the video that is about to play, you will see the light comes and goes, it's very atmospheric. And there's also someone else there who you won't have seen before. So let's just watch this video and then we'll have a chat about it. Scared yet? That guy is called the Warden, and the Warden can be found in the deep dark, and he is blind and finds his way around by sensing vibrations. Now that could be you throwing stuff, it could be you walking, running, just generally being a bit too loud and careless, and if he sees you, he's gonna come charging at you. It's worthwhile pointing out, in that video clip, the player was wearing full netherite armour, and it only took the Warden 2 hits to kill him. Wow, that is one seriously tough mob. You can see on your screen there an example of some of the skulk growths and the skulk blocks, and one of these blocks is called the skulk sensor. Now this block will detect vibrations. Now that could be steps or you placing or breaking a block, and it will then emit a redstone signal. So this is our new redstone block in this update. What you can also do is place wool around the sensor, and this is called wool occlusion, and this will mean that the wool will kind of stop it throwing a redstone signal in that direction. So you can control what direction that the sensor will emit its redstone signal. Now this will have lots of uses, which I'm sure we will figure out as we learn more about it. But the main game changer seems to be the ability for us to have completely wireless redstone. Wow, this is going to be a game changer, and you can see here one of the examples that they've given us. Next up, we have Amethyst Geodes, and if you're a fan of Big Bang Theory like I am, you will know Sheldon Cooper has that funny episode where he keeps saying Geode, Geode. He even phones Professor Stephen Hawking. Anyway, I digress. These Amethyst Geodes can be found in caves. It's not yet been confirmed what cave biomes you can find them in, or if it's just all of them. And in these geodes, amethyst crystals will grow. Interesting. And crystals will grow on all sides of the blocks. I believe you can't move the geode blocks themselves, but you can harvest the crystals. But Scousey, what possible use have we got for amethyst crystals? Good question, viewer. Amethyst crystals, sorry. Amethyst crystals will be used to make a telescope. And this telescope will give the functionality that users of Optifine will already be familiar with, where it lets you zoom in on something far away, as you can see here. And I know what you're thinking, but we've got caves, we've got crystals, but what I really wanted was a new ore. But haha! Minecraft have got your back. We now have copper ore, which can be found in the world, and you can mine that, you can smelt that, and get yourself some copper blocks that you can build with. The examples given were a roof, and it looked like you were able to make slabs and steps and the usual kind of blocks. But if you use the copper blocks on your roof, over time, just like in the real world, example Statue of Liberty, over time it's gonna oxidize and turn green. How awesome is that? And in the video, in the clip, it looks absolutely amazing in the different stages as it does oxidize. And if, like me, you tend to build stuff in the most ridiculous materials ever, wool, wood, you'll be aware sometimes lightning can strike them. Set them on fire? Not good. What you can also use copper for is to make a lightning rod, which will attract the lightning to the rod and therefore save your build from burning to the ground. Been there, done that, it's never any fun. I am world famous for the organised chaos that is my inventory in Minecraft. Bundles that are being introduced in 1.17 will allow you to stack different items into one inventory slot. Now, stacking limits will still apply, so items that can stack in 64, for example, you can still only have a maximum of 64 items in a bundle, but that could be 32 grass blocks and 32 iron ingots as shown in the example here, or it could be 64 different individual items. I'm not sure how I feel about this at the moment. I feel it's not really going to tidy up our inventories that much, other than I know I will have bundles upon bundles of junk with no organisation to them, just stuff. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know down below in the comments. Excavation Sites are going to add a totally new element of gameplay that we've not seen in Minecraft before. You're going to find excavation sites, dig sites around the world, and you will use a tool called a brush, and with the brush you will very gently brush away gravel and dirt blocks to possibly reveal some treasures inside. That could be a block of diamond, a block of emerald, or some other little treasures like ceramic shards. If you're not careful enough, they will break, and when they break, they're gone. You're not getting them back. With the ceramic shards, each of them has a little picture on them, and you can form these pictures however you want on these clay pots to tell a story, if you like. And then when you're happy with what you've got on the pot, you can then fire that pot to make the design permanently on that pot, and it will get then the terracotta-y colour, and it will look quite cool and make a really nice decoration, I think. This year's mob vote gave us a choice of 3 different mobs to see which one we wanted adding to the game. There was the Moo Bloom, the Iceologer, and the Glow Squid. And the winner of this vote was, you probably already know by now, the Glow Squid. Now, we don't know too many details about it at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see how they incorporate the Glow Squid in and what its attributes will be and what it adds to the game. So let's keep our fingers crossed that it is something quite cool. The last thing we need to talk about is the overhaul that the mountains biome will be getting in the next update. The mountains biome won the biome vote last year at MinecraftLive, I think it was called last year. They seem to be changing the name every year at the moment. So the mountains biome's getting a complete overhaul, and that will also see the winner of last year's mob vote, which was the goat. So we're going to see cute little goats, and these guys look quite feisty, as you can see here. And that is everything that we've got so far for the 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update. It's important to note that everything we see here will be subject to change. It's obviously going to be a little while before we start seeing the snapshots and the actual full release and stuff. So, you know, they will change things. There'll be some things will be added, some things will be taken away. But from what we've seen, I think everyone is really excited. This update, it looks like it's going to be absolutely epic. And hopefully it'll get people back to mining. That's what I feel Minecraft needs. I think it needs to go back to the basics now. So many things now can be automated, and I think we really need to get back to actually mining and exploring the caves, which I think this update is going to do. And I want a pet goat called Gary, and one called Billy, obviously. Maybe one called Stacy. I don't know, but I want goats. I want lots of goats. So, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you do the subscribe-y, like-y, comment-y thing down below. Follow me on Twitter, and if you want to consider supporting the channel, please consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member. The links for that are all down below. So, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Scouse Mouse out.